Imagine this. You are traveling with your toddler on a flight or trying to enjoy a nice dinner out, or doing something simple like grocery shopping. Your child suddenly becomes restless and won't stop crying. What do? You feel the judgment from the people around you because your child is considered disruptive and being unruly. So, in an effort to silence and calm them down, you hand them your phone or maybe a tablet. Crisis averted, right? Hmm, not quite. Because even though this problem is temporarily fixed now, have you considered the long term ramifications of this constant behavior? Growing up in the 90s, I had many babysitters my grandparents, aunts, uncles, Barney's, Sesame Street, just to name a few. Both my parents worked full time, so my siblings and I would spend hours playing school, board games, riding bikes, and making obstacle courses outside in our backyard. Then, a momentous event happened one Christmas when I was about 8 years old. My siblings and I received our first video game system, the PlayStation. We were mesmerized by this console and would play for hours. However, it didn't totally consume our lives. Video games were just a bonus to our daily activities. And so technology progressed, and we eventually got our first computer, which was stationed in our living room and attached to our phone line. Here, we would play computer games and explore the new innovative World Wide Web. But again, it was always a supplemental activity and not our sole focus. I am part of the generation that has been able to see the inception and development of technology at a rapid pace and can vividly remember life before it was prominent. Now, as an adult, I have seen it shift and how it has been implemented in every aspect of life, including within our education system. In my teaching experience, my students all have iPads and each classroom is equipped with smartboards and Apple TVs. I have heard and witnessed countless stories of students as young as 4 and 5 years old owning cell phones and other devices. It's remarkable. However, is society losing its social and emotional skills in the process? The Collaborative for Academic, Social, and Emotional Learning defines SEL as a lifelong process through which humans acquire and apply the knowledge and skills to develop healthy identities, manage emotions, achieve goals, show empathy, establish and maintain relationships, and make responsible and caring decisions. The social emotional learning framework is comprised of five major areas, including self management, self awareness, social awareness, relationship skills, and responsible decision making. All five of these areas are necessary for positive lifelong successes of individuals. Now, what does social emotional learning have to do with technology? To begin, the increased use of technology has been connected to brain function, specifically neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to change and adapt because of various environmental experiences. Technology use actually manipulates the structure of the brain. Sensitive periods in early childhood and adolescence, when critical brain development and reorganization occurs, can be strongly influenced by environmental experiences that can negatively impact future brain functioning. Therefore, screen usage among children during these critical points of development, when brain plasticity is at its greatest, should be minimal to non existent. Particularly in infants and very young children, ages 3 and below, engaging in the overuse of technology presents major concerns about cognitive and brain development. Increased screen time within this population has also been associated with poorer language development and poor executive functionings, such as emotional and impulse control, self monitoring, metacognition, and flexible thinking, which are all SEL skills associated with self management and self awareness. Technologies negatively impact social awareness and relationship skills and are evidenced in a study done by the UCLA where preteen children who had limited screen time during a 5-day study demonstrated drastically better recognition of nonverbal, emotional, and social cues than those who continued their 4 hours of daily screen time. Limited face-to-face interactions due to overuse of technology has negative implications for teens and young adults. A study done by Brian Primack highlighted the correlation between increased social media use with increased feeling of social isolation. and higher risks of depression and anxiety. Additionally, family connections can be strained by technology. Increased technology can weaken family relationships because of the constant interruptions and the lack of undivided attention. This interferes with opportunities for meaningful conversations and open communication, which can result in the lack of comfort, security, and trust between family members. According to a survey conducted by ABG involving 6,000 people from 8 different countries, including both parents and children, 54% of kids felt their parents checked their devices too often, and 32% of kids felt unimportant when parents were distracted by their phones. Technology is not going anywhere, so how do we diminish these negative impacts? The most effective strategies include limiting screen time and access to technology for children. The American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry puts forward these guidelines that all adults should be familiar with. Children need to play and engage in physical and social activities without technology. Play is imperative for a child's mental and social development. It encourages confidence, creativity, communication, positive relationships, problem solving skills, and a plethora of other additional social emotional abilities. We all know technology is amazing and improves our world for the better. Children need to be technologically literate, but we must also remember there should be appropriate balance in everything that we do. Human interactions and relationships cannot be replaced. So, next time, maybe we will think twice before putting our children onto these devices.